Oh.
Hello.
Oh my God. Well, let me get this thing in my ear. My gosh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another installment of the Friends Like Us podcast review and the preview. I'm Marina Franklin, and this is
Evelyn Frick.
So, oh my God. I just put my pants on, Evelyn. I was like, I gotta
have to.
I know, right? I was thinking that. I was like, oh, they wouldn't know. Dude, I could be going to the bathroom for all you know. Right? Well, unless I install the toilet underneath this.
That'd be wild.
We did it. I'm here. So joining us will be Juskow soon. So get it all in now, because you know how he is. When I emailed him, he was like, "Oh, I was hoping you would contact me."
That's so funny.
I know, Juskow. He loves it. And hopefully Vaughn, maybe she'll join us. I don't know. She was getting out of the shower. But how was your day so far? What have you been doing?
It's been good. I went to the farmer's market this morning, inspired by you. There's one in Brooklyn at Grand Army Plaza. So my girlfriend and I went there. We didn't specifically need anything. We just kind of wanted to go, but we got some peaches, and then I actually also got flowers, but I couldn't figure out how to get it in my setup because I just have this bookcase behind me. So they're behind me, but they're gorgeous.
What kind of flowers?
They're red. They're called coxcomb.
Ooh, sounds hot.
Yeah. They're really pretty. Wait, let me see if I can. Let me just get this vase. They will look giant, but this is what they look like.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, just a nice little color in the apartment. No, you definitely inspired me to get flowers. They're just a nice little thing. So just did the farmer's market today, and then I've just been kind of hanging at home, not really sure. We've been getting alerts from Con Ed about this tropical storm or something, so not sure if
I can't hear anybody.
Yes, you can't hear us?
Maybe I hold on, I might have
you have some settings.
There's all these choices, or maybe now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can always hear you.
There were all these choices, so I don't know what it was.
Howdy, J Mac. Howdy, Silviano. Jill is here. You know Jill, Juskow.
Jill from your elementary school?
No, Jill. Oh. She used to work at the Cellar years ago.
You don't mean Jill Lederman?
No, not Jill Lederman. Anyway, Evelyn was talking about the storm, and then I added you in, and I'm sorry I interrupted you, but you're right about these alerts for the weather. I think it's going to be fine. I mean,
yeah, I think so too.
At this point, who gives a fuck? We're all going down. At this point, it's there's a beetle. There's a killer. That killer hornet is back.
Really? Hornet. I didn't see about that.
It's a murder hornet.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah,
and then
there's that will be underwater soon anyway. So.
But Harlem won't, because we up here. We uptown. And, but I think it's going to be mostly tomorrow. It's going to be, the lantern fly.
I was kind of hoping it would ruin that thing in Central Park.
I think it won't. It's just missing it.
I know.
Someone asked me. Oh, you don't know?
No.
That's why Marina and I are staying in today.
Well, I'm not staying in. I have to go to the Cellar and then get my ass back home. But what's that on my cheek? Yeah, but there's something in Central Park. There's a concert with
Springsteen.
Oh,
Simon.
Wow.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Uh-huh.
No.
You get those Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets for me? That's from.
No, it's not. Earth, Wind, and Fire is going to be there. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I'd go.
Jennifer Hudson's there.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And some Italian guy. What's his name? Come on, Juskow, you're good at this.
Mazzilli?
No, that's a club booker.
Thank you.
Club order. Anthony something Scalabacci or something. I don't know. Some guy. some guy that when I talked to my friend Jodie Wasserman, she was like, I love him. He's going to be there and it's free.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah,
which is scary.
But that's going to, that's going to be like a nightmare crowd of people.
Oh, I don't, anything free in New York to me is like terrifying.
You remember that Simon and Garfunkel concert, I guess in 2000 or whatever. I mean, it was just massive.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. When was that? How long ago?
I feel like it was 2000, but I'm not positive.
2000? I would have gone to that.
Yeah, I think they did. They were like the first ones, I think, to do a big free concert in the park. I may be mistaken.
They did one in like the 80s, I know about.
I don't want to be Debbie Downer.
Did they do it in the 80s?
There was a 1984 concert that they did that was like
really, you might be right. Big. And then I think they said they're going to perform every other decade.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but until they get these gun laws in check, I ain't going nothing with big crowds. I didn't
even think about that. What about the fact that it's a super spreader?
It's all of it.
I had to get a COVID test yesterday. I have a very big. Your viewers will be happy to know I have a sore throat today. I won't be able to talk that much.
I did notice you weren't as chatty.
Well, my throat is hurting a little, but I've had it I partied too much for my birthday for 4 days.
That's what it is.
I'm going to be 70, and I guess you just can't party like that anymore. Well, soon, someday.
Happy birthday!
It was August 13th. Thanks for letting me know. No, you celebrated with me. You came. You sat with me for a while. It was great, actually. Remember, you said the wrong person had COVID, and you were spreading that rumor all over.
Oh, you did. You told the story last week. That was so good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it made his day. Look at him.
It really did. Made me so happy.
You could take them through it, but everyone wish Dave Juskow a happy belated birthday.
Thank
okay?
You. Yeah, I drank a lot.
But tell them the story.
Oh, well, it was my birthday, and I was down at the Comedy Cellar, and I was with my friend Elon, who's very COVID scared, like Marina. And Marina goes, "Oh, did you hear? Can I say the name? Yeah, it doesn't matter because he got it wrong." So Sean Donnelly has COVID, and he just got canceled here at the Cellar because he has COVID. And Elon, his mouth dropped, and he was just like, "What?" I was just with him last night in the green room, and he just put on his mask, and he got terrified. You could see, I mean, he's already white, but he got even whiter. And the color ran away from his face. He scared the hell out of him.
Completely. He's usually a happy person.
Yeah, and then he texted Sean Donnelly. He's like, "What the hell are you talking about? I don't have COVID." And he's like, "Well, who does?" Marina just told everybody that you had COVID. It was awesome. The whole thing was.
It was all because I got the wrong Sean.
Right, and then it was just really funny because Marina's like, "Oops."
And Juskow was just watching everyone freak out for that. Like it was a quick like thing that we had to like. It was almost like finding out like that someone's got like gonorrhea or something. It was weird.
Like it was finding out somebody's got gonorrhea in the 70s when that was the thing. When you couldn't get rid of it.
It was really crazy. But
remember, Al Capone died of syphilis.
That's right.
Yeah. No
Some ways that we take.
Or you just don't take care of it.
Oh, I'm starting to lose hair.
No, you're not.
My hair's getting thin in this area.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit, even on my birthday. It meant a lot to me, of course, obviously.
Happy birthday.
I have pictures of us hanging out on another birthday together. It just came up on Facebook.
So many birthdays. We've had like a lot of birthdays together.
There's a bunch of Leos out there,
This is actually how like I first met Juskow. I tell the story all the time. It was like it was the second meeting. Rachel met me at a bar for my birthday, so she brought me gifts because Rachel and Juskow, Rachel Feinstein, Evelyn, they liked going to bars when we were young.
Yeah. I still go to them.
They go to these trashy like bars that like no one else. No, a lot of people like trashy bars in New York. It's not really my thing, but it was definitely a Rachel Feinstein, Joe DeRosa, Dave Juskow thing. Or
I guess like it. I like dive bars.
Yeah, dive bars. That's what I mean, not trash bars. But I remember them making a thing of my birthday at one of these dive bars, and Juskow comes in and gives me a Black History Month calendar for my birthday.
That couldn't have been the first time we met. I would never do that.
That wasn't the first time we met. That was the third time, to make it more consistent with the first time when we met, and he thought I just wanted drugs.
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot about that. That's so embarrassing. Right? Oh,
you were like, that girl just wants drugs from me, and I did.
I don't have
Rachel's
any Black friends, and I got confused. I'm sorry.
And so this is the funny thing, Evelyn. Rachel tells me, she's like, he's like nervous. He's like, that girl just wants drugs from me. Rachel tells me that. Then the next day, I'm at the cellar, and Juskow comes in, and she's like, he's like asking who you are. Like, he doesn't remember. He wants to hit on you.
I forgot, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I was, it's a Black thing.
Like, who's that hot girl? I'm like, the same girl that you thought was a drug addict.
I thought you were some sort of drug dealer or something. And then you were so sexy.
And then we went to a bar, and then Rachel threw like a little party for me, and then he comes with the Black History. I was like, you're so consistent.
Yeah.
Well, then I was so excited to have a Black friend that I thought I actually thought it was the right thing to do. I don't even know if I thought it was funny. I'm like, so
it was a voodoo doll. You gave me a voodoo doll. I don't even know what happened to that voodoo doll.
Oh God, I think I did.
Oh my God, a voodoo doll of who?
Oh, I'm awful.
Or
what I do remember, thank you. 70s and 70. That's
Justin Swift. Hey, Justin.
I'll never forget the day you cut your hair, because I'm pretty sure I can remember where we were. I know we were outside and you were near a tree, and I was so upset. Thank you, Ashley. I was so upset that you cut your hair.
Speaking of Ted Chambers.
Yeah, see, you're not losing your hair. This is losing your hair. But I just remember. Thank you. It's so kind of you all. Even though I'm so hard. Oh, can I share my screen with you and show you something?
How are you going to do that? Can you do it?
There's a thing. Yeah.
It allows you to share the screen. I'm in control.
Well, that's too much power to give to Juskow.
It says you can. I don't know.
That is a lot of power.
I don't know whether.
It says you sharing. Let's see.
Did you guys see this?
Yeah. There you are.
All right. I took this at the post office yesterday.
Why was it yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Why is it still there?
That's what I said. So I went in there and I gave them a piece of my mind. And I said, it's still just once a month, isn't it? Or once a year. And they're like, sorry, sir, we'll take it down immediately. So done and done. You're welcome. Well, I knew I was coming on the show, so I thought I'd take a picture. So that was yesterday, I swear to God. And it's funny because when they have a menorah up in my lobby and it's not Hanukkah anymore, I'm like, it's not necessary. We don't care. We don't have any problem. We don't want to share Christmas. We understand. We're a lesser holiday. But, it's very nice of you to put the menorah down. And, Hanukkah comes like in Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, everything's really early.
Right. So there's no reason to have a menorah up by December 3rd.
Wow, there's some delay. Wow, so many artists will be at Central Park concert. A little delay in our feed, huh?
Anyway, I don't know. I really wanted to go over and say something.
That's right.
Videotape it.
Fawcett Media Group says Black History is 365 days, motherfucker. So that's what's up.
Well, of course they're angry as it's the shortest month. Isn't that Chris Rock's joke? Or joke?
Yes, yeah. I do want to ask Evelyn what else she's done this week, because you've been busy, right?
Yeah, I've been busy. I mean, so I work for a Jewish media company, and the high holidays.
Just go.
I don't know why. It's like listen to my mother talk. I'm sorry. Like, all she does is talk about Hadassah all the time. So it's funny to hear somebody young and cute say that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, well, I have a new joke in my stand-up set that, like, working for a Jewish media company, like, I just wake up every morning and I'm infiltrating the media already. But yeah, so thank you. So yeah, high holidays are coming up, so it's just a lot of prep for that.
And also really early this year.
And also because like
Labor Day.
Yeah, it's the day after Labor Day. Is
Well, the
Rosh
day
Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah Eve.
Yeah,
Labor
is
Day.
Labor Day.
We're having dinner
So,
that
and
night.
because of I work at a Jewish media company, I get the Jewish holidays off. So I'm basically going to be off all of September as like, well, my company, which is nice, but it just means you have to schedule like all the content to go out like a month in advance.
You're like it's like working at B&H Photo. They're pretty much off usually the month of October, but this is a rare occurrence.
Oh, I did go to B&H and during
they're closed during September between just the ones you know about and then the ones you don't know about.
Explain what B&H Photo is, though.
Yeah,
and no one knows.
Know.
Oh, sorry. B&H Photo is this top of the line electronics place that's been around for years, you know, where they sell everything like a Best Buy, but before there was Best Buy, all run by I think they're Hasidic. I don't think they're even Orthodox Jews. So they are not open on Saturdays, and they are open on Sundays, and they are closed pretty much all of September. They're closed for Rosh Hashanah. They're closed for Yom Kippur. They are closed for is it Shavuos or Sukkot? Simchas Torah.
Simchat Torah. I learned of a new holiday that it's called Shemini Atzeret.
Yeah, see,
I get 2 days off
for the ones
that,
you've never. Yeah, see, she knows.
Yeah,
it's the worst thing because you don't want to go in there because they're awful to deal with, but they do have the best stuff.
They are, but they have candy. They have these little bowls of candy in there. So, like, you know, while you're, you know, sometimes you lose sugar when you're looking for. Robert Kelly, of course, would tell me that because Robert Kelly likes food and candy.
I thought you meant R. Kelly.
No, well,
candy. I just assumed. Although you could say that about both of them, right?
But that's where I got all my equipment for the podcast. Was at B&H.
Yeah, me too. And they really got it on an assembly line over there now, right? I mean,
fast.
Years ago it wasn't like that, and they have you can see the conveyors going by and stuff. So you pick out the place, they call it in, and you know you're in and out.
It's really fast.
You just have to adhere to their hours, their Jewish hours, their Jew hours.
They're very helpful. I find them to be very helpful, and
well, that's because they got other people that aren't so Hasidic in there, you know, like or Orthodox.
It's all types.
They got regular people working in there now, because years ago it wasn't like that, and it was not fun.
Ted Chambers says B&H is the ultimate production supplier. I love the
overhead beltway. Right.
I do too.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
I go in there for hard drives. It's like there's traveling hard. What do they call them?
But this was about Evelyn. She didn't get to finish.
Oh fuck! I'm so horrible, and I have a sore throat.
No, it's fine.
This should be a game. Let's see if Evelyn can finish her story.
Yeah, well, honestly, it could be a drinking game for the viewers. Like, how often does Dan?
How often?
No, I just mean, so I've been, with work. Has just been, and then also like someone on like my team like got a new job, so we're down one person and just doing all the scheduling. But it's been good. And then I did this past week my like first like open mic since the pandemic.
Inside?
It was inside, but I kept my like mask on the entire time, except like when I went on stage, and then I had I sprayed the mic.
Are you as nervous as Marina?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get sick. I will also, I know people who've had like breakthrough cases, so like I'm not risking that.
So do I.
But yeah, so it was really great to get back up there and try some new material and just kind of get a feel for it. And also this was like my girlfriend came with me, and she like moved here from Minnesota in in like April. So this is the first time she'd seen me do live comedy in a really long time.
And you're still together? Because that's broke me up. What?
I should have. Vaughn, could you see us before you joined us?
Yes.
Oh, I've got to start like giving a little bit delay. Welcome, Vaughn DiCarlo, to the show, everyone.
Hello.
I'm so happy though, Evelyn, that you were able to get on stage and safely and stay as scared as me.
Yeah, I will.
So, Juskow, this is Vaughn DiCarlo. Have you two met before?
No, I always thought you were talking about Yvonne DiCarlo from Batman. I think that's her name.
We just had a whole conversation about
that's who I always thought you were talking about. I had no idea. I mean, she's still just as pretty.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Vaughn. This is covering your face. Hello, Miss Franklin. When are you doing another stand-up? Well, it's so glad that you're doing that when Vaughn has joined us, because Vaughn will be featuring for me September 15th at the Fat Black Pussycat.
I'm sorry, Evelyn and I are not okay with that. That is Kol Nidre.
That's what?
Well, have a good time with your anti-Semitic show.
It's the day before Yom Kippur.
Just the most holiest day, just Christmas Eve to you people.
Well,
Way
it
to
is.
go,
I don't know
Marina.
how
Thanks
it
a
looks
lot.
to you guys, but we are on one side and y'all on the other side. It's like I'm looking, me and Vaughn. I'm on top. Vaun,
I only mention it
on the
because
black
it's like,
side.
I get so mad at Rachel Feinstein for performing that night. It drives me crazy, even though I know she's not religious or anything. It just drives because her name is Rachel Feinstein. I've told her to change that name 100 times.
Vaughn,
Well, actually, to answer you about my
Monsters.
name,
Thank you,
it's the Monsters. Yeah, my mother when my mother was pregnant with me, her favorite show was The Monsters. She loved Yvonne DiCarlo, and when I was born, she said I had jet black hair and very pale skin, and she's like, "Oh God, I had a baby monster," so she named me after her. But it's just Vaughn, VON, Vaun DiCarlo.
Yeah, I'm so glad that that's for real because I can't. That's all I could think about, and it's actually you are named after her. That's funny, and only people probably my age would know. Like I'm probably your mom's age.
There we go. That's better.
Oh, that's so much better.
Damn, the white man even segregated the YouTube channel.
I need to move back some now.
It's either that one or this one. No, that doesn't work.
Oh, no.
That doesn't work.
Oh my God.
I've never seen everybody look so good on a non-filtered
I like the first one where
but it covers your face. It covers your face.
Yeah, you can't.
Not on mine. I have oh, it is covering my face. The chat does cover my face. It's okay. No one needs to look at me.
That's not true.
You guys have never met Juskow Vaughn?
No, you've talked about her a lot.
That's so bizarre. Look, see, Vaughn.
I feel like we've met. Thank you, Marina. No, I feel like we may have met in passing and just don't remember each other.
Oh, I'd remember you.
Oh, apparently.
I would remember you by your name.
Thank you, Antonio Whitfield.
There's no way I've met you.
Okay. Well, it's fine. We've never met.
But
we met now.
Yes,
nice to meet you.
Well, Antonio was giving me props on my stand-up. As you join us today, please say where you're at and where you're from. And if you didn't know, I do this every Saturday. At 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a very chill, relaxed way to review and preview the Friends Like Us podcast that is available on all platforms. It's a very loosey-goosey, which means it's not really planned, like we just having a good time here. And I invite people that make me feel good on a Saturday, like Evelyn, my assistant. I love Evelyn. I couldn't do a lot without her. And Dave Juskow. Dave Juskow was just that wacky friend of mine. And Vaughn DiCarlo. People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Wait, that's your best friend, and I've never met her before.
Well, Vaughn and I became really close during the pandemic.
Because we're new best friends. Marina's hated me for 19 of the 20 years.
Yeah, she was mentioning that for years.
When you heard my name, she would throw stuff at the wall, throw darts at my picture. No, I'm just kidding. No, we definitely became really good, closer friends during the pandemic.
Yeah, we would go for walks and stuff. She's part of my bubble.
I would call and cry.
Is that someone's asked? Yes, someone's new to this.
It's a Pac-Man Galaga machine, not Galaga 2, but the original Galaga. Can I answer these so you don't have to be bothered by stuff like that?
You sure can, but I'm afraid for you to be.
Oh, I thought I would type them in so I wouldn't.
Oh, you could type. You can type. Just
I can't figure out how.
Can you read? That's something that's shocking.
I can read.
Hey, Marina, I'm a big fan. When you coming to Chicago? Hey, Marcus. When I get my third shot, my booster shot, I'll be traveling again. Right now,
I will go with you. I've never been to Chicago.
Evelyn was just in Chicago.
Yeah, just last weekend.
How come you didn't tell me? I would have tagged along. I would have loved it.
Evelyn, tell that story again, can you? Because there's more people here today.
What story?
That bridge.
Oh, yeah. So
I know it's
I
crazy.
was
I'm gonna drink my juice. Sorry.
I was in Chicago, I guess 2 weekends ago now, which was like August 17th. And when I was leaving, I saw someone had like posted on Twitter about how in 2004, I think, August 17th, 2004, so recently was the anniversary of the Dave Matthews Band visiting Chicago and dumping all their waste in the Chicago River and like onto a tourist boat. And I think it was something like 800 pounds of just like shit that they just like dumped onto a group of people.
From their tour bus?
From their tour bus, yeah.
Why was it First of all, let's deal with the fact that it was 800 pounds of shit on their bus. Why?
Yeah.
How much were they dumping?
Yeah, it's a fair question.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. So I was in Chicago for that anniversary. I didn't plan, but you know, it was special. To be able to be with my fellow Chicagoans.
That's so funny. I keep thinking about that picture when you tweeted that out. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was in Chicago one time and I loved it. I did True TV laugh tracks there, Marina, with that taping.
Oh, okay.
And that lake is just beautiful. It looks like a picture. Is that where they dumped the poop? Because I don't want to ruin my visual.
No,
it wasn't there was great. Oh, okay,
no, it was
good.
not it wasn't in the lake. It was in the Chicago River, which is like it goes downtown.
I would love to. Like Chicago was great. Like sometimes you watch the news and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get shot as soon as I get off the plane. Like
no, Chicago's not like that.
It's beautiful. I had such a good time in Chicago. I was shocked that it was my first time ever there, and I definitely want to go back.
They only tell you the sad parts of Chicago.
Yeah, the news and
the sad part of that story is that it's a very small portion area of Chicago that they've just let go, which is, you know, where my grandparents have houses, my great grandparents have property. It's awful.
Vaughn, where'd you grow up?
30 miles south of Pittsburgh. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh.
A small town called Clairton, Pennsylvania. But I just say Pittsburgh because no one's going to know the little town.
Yeah,
I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, so I just tell people I'm from Philly.
Right.
Yeah. So let's answer some of these questions. Hold on one second.
Deltaburg.
People we're talking about the booster shots while we're having this conversation. So yeah, am I getting the booster shot? Am I hesitant? I'm not hesitant. Vaughn and I were just saying, look, it is what it is. I'm not hesitant about anything that is going to protect me from a breakthrough case. And I've been following the stories, and I know that the efficacy of the vaccine is wearing off. By the time they're saying this to us, which is they want most people to get booster shots, that means that they've had a moment where they're like, oh my God, there's too many breakthrough cases. We need to get people booster shots because, oh my God, it's not lasting anymore. So, and that's probably 2 weeks off. So no, I'm running for that booster shot. You do you. But these breakthrough cases that I know about, people have lost their taste and their smell, and they don't know enough. So I always
I'm getting the booster. I'm going back to, remember, Marina, when I used to wear 3 masks? I'm about to just go into a bubble again. Like this Delta variant, all this stuff happening. We got a hurricane about to hit us tomorrow. I'm like, what? I'm tired. Like, can I get a booster shot for life?
They interviewed this man on Central Park. This brother, he was like, man, it's like we get all kinds of shit this summer, man. It's like, give us a break, man. It's like we got a storm coming. We got so much shit going on. Give us a break, man.
And look, I know people feel whatever they feel about Cuomo, but he, at the beginning of the pandemic, he was doing such a great job. It was like, oh my God, he should be president. Get Trump out here, put Cuomo in, let him run the country. And then now with all the allegations and him resigning and the Delta variant coming, winter is coming, a hurricane is coming. I'm like, man, can we reconsider Cuomo? I don't know this new lady.
I need her to talk
Can she
more.
handle this?
I
Can she
miss
do all of this?
It's only for a couple of months, I think, right? Or
Cuomo
is it
Oh
would
the entire
my
year?
God.
Cuomo would be on TV right now talking about the hurricane.
He was.
I hate to say this. It's very unpopular what I'm about to say. I really miss him.
And well, I said it.
Oh, you
Say
just
the
said it?
unpopular stuff.
Wait.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you
Keep,
say it.
keep him there. I'll say it. Keep him there. He was on today, giving information about the hurricane, and I'm just like, look, I don't want to marginalize or make light of the sexual assault and all of that stuff. I certainly don't want to do that. But I don't know. Grabbing a boobie seems less dangerous than COVID and hurricanes. I'm nervous and I need somebody in office that knows what they're doing. I'm not familiar. I know Cuomo did a pretty good job. I know he has made some mistakes and, other than the sexual harassment stuff, nobody's perfect, whatever. But it's a lot going on. And I remember top of the pandemic, we were watching Cuomo every day like a lifesaver. He had a very logical stance on everything. And okay, plan A, plan B, plan C, and that's how he made you feel about this hurricane coming. Like, okay, here's what it is. Long Island, evacuate. ABC, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. So I don't know. There's a gray area in this. I'm nervous. As Cuomo leaves office, I'm a little nervous.
I'm reading the chats, and they have a lot of designing women jokes in there.
I was about to say, are they canceling me for my unpopular
opinion? No, I don't think. If you get canceled, there's a major problem that you would be before I would be.
So this is why because there's some COVID. There's someone who had a comment, and I respect your view about I'm not getting any shot until you get this. I mean, I don't know if I respect your view. I say I will understand your view. However, I cannot, because they call me Mrs. Fauci. I cannot let that go. They have been calling me Mrs. Fauci because I'm a bit of the COVID police. But here's the thing: this Delta variant ain't no. I'm joking, but the Delta variant ain't no joke. People just dying from it. Okay, so don't get caught out there like the South Carolina County Republican Party leader who died from COVID-19. He was burning masks.
Is this the second one? Oh, this is the guy you were talking about.
This is recent. Okay. This has gone viral because he's a GOP leader. He was Republican. He was part of Trump's. He believed in insurrection. He believed that Trump should have been president. He went into the hospital. He was asking for what Trump had. He died.
And he left kids.
And he left kids, and he's not vaccinated. And here's the thing, it ain't no joke. This Delta variant is not funny at all. So do whatever you can to protect yourself. I'm vaccinated. I encourage everyone to get vaccinated. Get the Pfizer. Get whatever's available. Maybe stay away from the Johnson & Johnson. That's the one Juskow. Yeah. Johnson & Johnson. Juskow got that. Well, you get the one that's there. Okay.
Well, I got Moderna, and listen, I'm glad you're the COVID vaccine police, because somebody got to be. It's my question to these people: how many? Because this person that you were just talking about, who
that's him. Look at is he talking about the size again? Of something?
I don't know. He looks like a fun guy, though.
His brain, his penis, I don't know, but God rest him. I'm sorry,
Presley Stutz.
But my question is: here's my question. Because this is not the first time we've seen someone like him pass away. It has been happening over and over again, where people who are advocates against masks, these Trumpers, the ABC of the whole story you just said, and then they pass away and they leave their children and their wives or husbands alone. And now what?
And people still aren't getting the message.
My question is, how many times do we have to see that? Because I get it. If you thought it wasn't real, or a conspiracy against this or that, and no one around you it's happening to that's not wearing a mask. But now this is happening pretty often. So for the people that are like, oh, it's bullshit. How many times do you have to see this? Do you think that this man is really not dead or something?
I tell you the exact answer to that. They're not putting that on Fox. And my sister told me the other day, it's not real until she sees it on Fox. And she's a troublemaker like you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
And so I guarantee they probably didn't put this thing on Fox.
I mean,
that would
I think
probably
like, the
help a lot of
sad
people.
thing is that like it's probably like not, people aren't going to believe it until like, you know, like we see a lot of like kids getting like sick and like going to the hospital, because I know the Delta variant is affecting kids a lot more than like the.
Here's the thing about Fox.
I love this quote.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Fox. Everybody at Fox is vaccinated, including Tucker and all. They're all vaccinated.
Of course, that's the joke of it all. You're right. So is Trump.
So is Trump.
Jesus.
But specifically meaning Fox, because Fox as a company has a mandate that you have to be vaccinated.
Ted Chambers agrees that there's a 5-minute comedy sketch in the COVID Police.
The COVID Police will continue.
Let's do it.
Tonight on ABC. It's an all-new COVID Police. Well, Marina goes undercover to find out who's vaccinated and who's not. And then on Charlie's Angels.
Well, I feel like it on the subway sometimes. Like I get texts from Greg Rogel all the time going, look at this dummy on the subway without a mask. Look at this dummy. There was a really entertaining guy on the subway last night playing the saxophone, but he didn't have no mask on, man.
So wait a minute, he's blowing his COVID cooties through the saxophone?
I haven't taken the subway since March of 2020.
I know, Juskow was very worried at the fact that I was doing that.
Well, for somebody that's that scared, I'm just taking the bike and the scooter and an Uber.
You know, I bought a car. Marina knows. I wouldn't get on a subway, and I tried doing the Uber, and I got into an argument with the Uber driver. And this was before vaccines. It was last summer, and we both had on masks, but it was a hot day, and he did not want to roll his windows down because he wanted the air conditioner on. And I said, "Sir, I cannot ride in this car with the windows up. We both have masks, whatever, but I'm not being in this closed container with you." And he pulled over, canceled my ride, and he was like, "Well, you can get out." And then I got out, and 2 days later, I went online and got a car from Carvana.
Yeah, because you have to deal with idiots. Or I got a bicycle. Look at this. He wasn't practicing safe sex.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah,
and I love it. Venus Voice 3. Vaccines protect you from all the idiots who aren't. Yeah, there's a lot of idiots out there, and it's like I'm not.
I just can't believe I got a family member like this. This is awful.
Well, it happens. Everyone's got one in the family. Like, what's his name? Tom Hanks has got that dummy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Chad. What is his name?
Chad. Yeah, because he's like,
idiot. No matter before COVID, he was an idiot.
He posted on his thing. Oh, I just wanted to show you guys something. Just a little commercial break. I had Wendy Liebman on my show, and guess what she gave me as a gift? The book of Ichigo Ichi. I guess that's how you say it. The art of making the most of every moment the Japanese way.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, nice.
So just so you know, Juskow, because I know you love the fact that we became good friends, and she sent me this book. There's another book that I have to promote, actually. Well, you guys discuss amongst yourselves. Go vaccine crazy if you want. I'll be right back.
Nice to meet you.
Look at those sunflowers, huh?
Isn't that funny? Now that
I love sunflowers. That's my favorite, Marina. I love sunflowers.
Teddy bear sunflower.
Teddy bear sunflower?
Those are pretty. Yeah. Did you get that at the farmer's market today?
I did get it at the farmer's market today. I go every Saturday. Those of you who know me know. And here's the thing. Today was great. I went twice. I had to go back because I forgot these clothes I wanted to drop off because you know, they take clothes and stuff, and I gotta clean my space. It's too much clothes.
Is that
and things.
Farmer's Market on 125th Street?
No, it's on 110th Street, man. And
that's the Ethiopian Shim Shang.
Oh, but I had 2 Black-owned businesses that I loved. One was called In Keto, Delectable
Blah.
Healthy Treats.
Blah. In Keto Blah.
low carb, no sugar, and made with love.
Oh,
And I
very cool.
told her, I said, sweetie, you got to put no sugar bigger on the sign, because I walked by here the first time and I thought, oh no, I can't eat that. I can't have sugar. And she said, no, it's right here. I go, all these people in here are my age. They can't see. You got to put no sugar. You got to make it really big so that we go right to you, because it's delicious. And then I got a bar of soap that was made of citrus. Did you just throw up, Juskow?
No, I have COVID, so I was coughing. I was coughing.
And I got a bar of soap that was a citrus smell that this woman, another Black-owned business, I put that on my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. You should check this one out, because she went to the aeronautic school or whatever and studied how to make essential oils. And she's a teacher, and this is also her own business. And you get the soap, you get to cut your slice of soap like off of the
really.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it smells
really cool.
amazing. I was like, I told her, I said,
it's in your stories. I'm on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's in my
now.
stories. And I'm like, what you doing? Why is that little saw there? She goes, oh, you get to cut your own soap. I go, oh, really?
That's weird
that's
and
pretty
cool
cool.
at the same time.
Oh,
Cutting
it's
soap
so
seems
I see it.
seems like it
That's
smells really
cool.
good.
Yeah, it smells.
I used to have soap cutter, tools. I would get ivory soap and make little things out of them.
Really?
When I was a kid, I loved it.
But here's
smelled
another
so
thing, Juskow, you'll love this. I ran into, on my way back, I was just telling Vaughn this story. I ran into the first artistic director, Black artistic director, male Black artistic
Checking
director
off all the boxes
in Syracuse. The reason I came to New York City, the reason I went to Syracuse theater program was because of this director. His name is Tazewell Thompson. Look him up. He was the artistic director of Arena Stage, which when you were coming up in theater, or if you performed at Arena Stage, that was a big deal. I don't know if it still is.
So wait,
is
you
it
saw
still
him
a big
today?
deal? I saw him today.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, I know. And then I looked at him. I was like, you know how like fan people are, and they come up to you and you're like, what do you want? I know I approached him that way. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt your dinner. By the way, they were at the Enemy Bar.
Oh.
The one that I've gone to the community board
just saw
about.
the meeting outside.
No.
Yeah, they were at the Enemy Bar.
I thought because it'd be funny if you were in there eating.
No, he was
saw them outside.
They were about to go inside.
Okay.
They were sitting outside waiting for and I wanted to tell them they're like they're troublemakers. But I didn't do that.
This is your theater teacher, or I mean, when you were at school?
He's an artistic director, which is like back 10, maybe 15 years ago. You never heard of this. Actors from New York City, all of the top theatrical actors from Broadway were flying to Syracuse to do Syracuse Stage because he was such a great artistic director.
Is that the one that was in Tootsie for real? Like, I mean, remember they mentioned that they were doing this play in Syracuse in Tootsie. It was supposed to be a big deal. I'm just asking if that's the same one, because as you know, I live my life through movies and television. So
at Syracuse Stage?
Yeah, Syracuse. Maybe they called it something else in the movie, but it was supposed to be a big theater in Syracuse.
It's probably that. I mean, it's
like the Bucks County Playhouse in Pennsylvania.
Regional theater, you know.
Yeah, but some regional theater things are better than others that are more well known and popular.
Yeah, and he was sitting with this woman who was writing a book about the woman who really started and developed regional theaters.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they even make a Broadway award about that now. That they get, each regional theater a year gets, to get noticed, get recognized.
I love Broadway. I can't wait until everything reopens. I guess if things are going to reopen,
actually,
we'll see what happens.
A musical is coming out. The previews are in October, and it opens in November. Off Broadway, Cuomo the musical. No joke, it's already done. I saw it in the paper today. I was thinking about getting tickets.
I am there.
Yeah, it's written by a guy who went to prison, I think, for Cuomo, and he's pissed off. So it should be awesome.
The tell-all off Broadway.
He wrote it in prison.
Show.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I was upset because I didn't know it was already I wanted to play Cuomo.
What is it called? He Did It?
No, it's called Toad on a Fence.
Are you serious or joking? Because
no, I'm not joking. It's called Toad on a Fence or something like that. A Clinton reference.
Wait a minute.
Totally thought you were joking.
Fawcett Media Group. You just auditioned for Taz last week at Arena Stage? Really?
Oh, wow.
Can you answer that for me? Is that for real? Because he gave me his email because I want to have him on the Friends Like Us podcast because I think he's a legend. I mean, this man.
A turtle on a fence post.
Sorry to interrupt you guys from having your Broadway Geek Fest. I saw it.
Vaughn, let's talk later.
No, keep going. I just was like shocked because I wasn't sure if he was still auditioning.
No, I love Broadway too. I'm like really excited. Also,
I thought you were joking. I
never joke about Broadway or theater.
Cuomo musical has mandatory audience interaction.
So it's a political consultant. Hank Morris turns battles with Andrew Cuomo into off-Broadway musical.
Wow.
So this person. Street. Oh, okay. You have a video audition with Tazwell. Wow. I can't wait to reconnect with him because let me tell you, he did the piano lesson. He brought Claude Purdy there. Claude Purdy did a lot of August Wilson plays, which Vaughn, you were saying we should go see. What was the name of the play again?
The Passover.
It's just called Passover.
Oh, I've been adding Passover.
Yeah, it's like a Waiting for Godot play. I think it's just 2 actors. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, and it's not a musical; it's just a play. And typically, I don't like. I love musicals because I'm really goofy. Like I love everything about musicals. So I typically get bored quickly with plays, but certain ones I'm like, this is going to be good. I think Passover is going to be good.
Well, look at this. He's still directing plays and operas all over the country. And he gave me his email. And I was like, oh my God. I go, you're the reason I'm even here. You have no idea, man. I was like, I talk about you all the time about how you brought all these great actors from New York City. And like he did Holiday Heart. I don't know if you guys know about Holiday Heart, but it was like really the first story about in a Black neighborhood, trans, I don't know what you call them now, transgender person. Yes. Mm-hmm. With a daughter, raising a daughter.
I think they're called gypsies.
Gypsies.
No. Funny. Oh my God. What an asshole. Oh, look up Holiday Heart, everybody, though. It's a great play. It's amazing. Also, he directed and I assisted him. I told him, I said, I was your assistant, but I didn't do any work. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't do any work. But on the Mississippi Delta, that's not true. I did this. I did research on the Mississippi Delta to find images to help with very scenic moments on stage, to set up how the stage would look. And it's Mississippi Delta is about Nina Simone's life. Oh my God. What an amazing play. What an amazing play. And what an amazing director. I was like, oh my God. I'm still like blown away by it.
As long as we're on that kind of stuff, Vaughn, did you get to see Dear Evan Hansen with Ben Platt?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
I think the movie's going to be really goofy, though.
Probably.
He looks like he's 35.
Yeah, I know. But I'm telling you, when he was replaced, it's not the same play. They had to. I'm glad they're putting it on tape somewhere because I've never seen a performance like that in my life. And I think I told you guys, I don't know whether I mentioned it, but there was this guy. I was taking Soul Cycle class on the Upper West Side. My friend was the teacher. And her boyfriend was this big tattooed guy, a big tough guy. And Ben Platt was there one day. And he goes, and I didn't know who he was. And I never heard of the play. And he goes, you see that motherfucker over there? And I go, that guy? Because he looks like a little gay guy, like he was tying his shoes. And I'm like, that guy? He goes, yeah, that motherfucker. And I thought he was going to call him a derogatory gay term. And he goes, that fucking guy is the best fucking actor I've ever seen in my life. Did not expect it to go that way. I immediately went out and got tickets. I'm like, I've never heard an endorsement like that in my life from somebody who I thought for sure was going to make a derogatory comment. And it was as good as advertised. This kid was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know who shocked me that was it was shockingly good when Mike Tyson did his one-man
I
show
heard
on
that
Broadway.
was good. I didn't see it. I heard it was
I
amazing.
was
Yeah.
shocked. He was so good. You could tell he really focused in on that. I was very, very impressed.
Well,
I
he
heard
was
from a lot
probably
of
motivated from what I'm seeing about how hurt he was when he lost, his boxing trainer who was like a dad to him. He has a story to tell.
Right out of
so
Rocky.
Man, he was so good and very articulate. He has the way he speaks, you would think it would be a difficult one-person show to get through. It was not. He was very, very good.
wow.
It shows you when you have a competent director, what you can do.
Here's another book that I'm going to advertise here. Inside Comedy by David Steinberg, everyone.
Marina, I can't believe you're showing my book. It makes me so happy.
He signed it too. Look, he signed it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was
wow.
like,
He wrote a whole monologue in there for you. He really liked you there.
Dear
Look at all that.
Dear Marina,
I am so happy to get to know you, work with you. I'm a fan. Best. Enjoy. Best David Steinberg.
I just saw The Odd Couple with him last night. It was on.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Felix.
Yeah. He has interviews in here with Richard Pryor. I mean,
really?
Oh, yeah. David Steinberg is a legend.
Yeah, he had that Showtime special, I believe, with the same title, Inside Comedy, and he used to interview a lot of comics, and yeah, he's a living legend. And I remember that Showtime special because Sarah Silverman was on it, and I did a production of The Odd Couple with her playing David Steinberg, and at the very end, they go like, and I understand you played me in a show. And she goes, yes, my friend Dave Juskow was doing a play, and we did a version of The Odd Couple. And how was it received? And she's like, not well. I'm like, there's no reason to mention my name.
Well, this would be a good place right here. Before we continue to some reviews, I just want to read some of the comments here. So Tyson's show was surprisingly awesome. Yes, Donnell's agreeing with you. Ving Rhames was in the movie Holiday Heart. He played the transgender individual, which is amazing because they had to find shoes for, imagine those feet. Ving Rhames.
You stupid.
Oh my God.
Because we all know Ving Rhames is very into acting. So that's
and then they're talking about Tyson has a podcast on YouTube and it's pretty deep. I didn't know that. Okay.
Ooh,
so
yeah. I haven't.
Is it as good as the OJ one?
I've heard clips and I'm like, ooh, Tyson, okay. I can dig it.
Evelyn, how about you take us through some reviews of the Friends Like Us podcast, which is why we do this every Saturday, just to remind you that I have a podcast. It's called Friends Like Us. Everyone on here has been on the podcast. Vaughn has been on several times. We have Vaughn to talk about the Patrice O'Neill documentary, which someone I see is commenting here on.
Vaughn has a daughter?
Yes.
Elena's easy. Thank you for watching the documentary. I don't see the comment.
No, they said that your daughter was great on the documentary.
Oh yeah, my daughter is very poised and strong, and her contribution to the documentary was very appreciated, and I'm very proud of my daughter. That wasn't easy for her to do. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, she was great.
And Vaughn was great. And Vaughn's been great on the podcast. Did Juskow. We haven't had you on as our wife for a while.
I know.
We should have you back.
But it was my fault. All we did was Saturday Night Fever lines the whole time. So
yeah, but it's so hard not to.
Come on, I can't help myself, right?
But just so you know, this week coming out, we have Pat Brown is on. Wait, and who else?
I'm so glad you had Wendy on. That makes me so happy. You know.
No, we haven't had Vanessa yet.
Was it Jenny? I thought I saw a picture.
No, I had Jenny's on the one that's on right now. The one that we're talking about right now is about mammograms and about really being proactive about your health and about some facts that are out there, because I only talk to people who are professionals and who have facts and who aren't crazy.
Right.
I don't talk to regular people. I don't talk to regular people, but mammograms, it's really important that you do know this. If you're a woman and you're watching this, get your mammograms, not, space that out from your vaccine shot. Make sure you don't have them next to each other, because what will happen is your lymph nodes will show, it is a fact that it can show up swollen on your chart and you could be misdiagnosed. So that's just something that we talked about in great detail, that both are important, but make sure that you space it out. That was with Ginny Saldana, Suzette Simone, and Noye Brown West. And then this one coming out next week is with Pat Brown, Leanne Lord.
Pat Brown is a name I can understand. I don't understand the last two you just said. Pat Brown. It's easy to say.
What is wrong with you?
These crazy names that are coming out these days with these kids.
Pat Brown.
Those are not crazy names.
Those are not crazy names.
What was the one? Noella. What's the Noella what?
Noye is a Nigerian name. Noye.
All right, I rest my case.
Noye is not a crazy name, you crazy motherfucker.
It's a crazy name. Pat Brown is easy for me to say.
You sound like such a white man right now.
Well, that's why they have me on the show.
What is this complicated Nigerian name? I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, let's go to the comments, Evelyn. Go ahead. Go ahead with the reviews.
Yeah, so from the Instagram, a comment we had from George Francis Young said, great episode.
George Francis Young, what kind of name?
I don't know. I don't know. And then one review that was on, this is actually an older review, but it felt particularly relevant to this week's episode, which is a lot about healthcare and the healthcare system. So this person said, Aisha Iris said 5 stars. When I think of Friends Like Us, I think of sisterhood. I love the brilliant women and men once a month, like a period, that are invited on. That's always something that makes you smile during the show, and often empowering nuggets of information too. The latest episode about health got me to ponder my health habits and also the healthcare system. It's sad that people of color have such difficulty getting properly diagnosed and treated. As someone who is studying to become a nurse, I hope that I can be an advocate for women of color and helping them receive the care they deserve. Thanks for the inspiration, and I wish you much health and joy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That was nice.
Yeah,
that was nice. It's nice. What?
And I was doing Martin Short as Steinberg. Thank you, Ted. I was completely doing that. Do you ever read any of the bad ones? Or
we
just
have.
The nice ones?
We don't. We have. We don't have a lot of bad ones, but we've had some.
No, that's nice. That's really nice.
We've had.
Those are all the episodes that you were on talking about ethnic names as if they were foreign. She didn't want to be rude to you today. She's like, let's not read the ones,
Look at this. Like Juskow ain't a crazy name.
Well, but it's
right?
a 2-syllable name, so it's just okay.
Juskow is a crazy name.
It is a strange. I think it used to be something else, I guess. I don't know what it was.
Too many silent letters. Yeah. Yeah, I agree that it was a really great episode when we talk about health, because this is a thing that had happened to me, was that I was going in for my regular checkups, since I had breast cancer 2 years ago, surviving and feeling great, but I always still go in for my checkups. I go in for my radiation oncologist. I was in the section that takes care of patients. Juskow used to go with me, by the way, to all my treatments. So thank you, Juskow. And this will be interesting for you to hear. Juskow, remember the young lady at the counter who you made? Juskow made friends with everybody. So, remember the young lady?
Yeah, of course.
The one you thought was really cute.
Yeah, and she gave me.
He made friends with everyone whose name he could pronounce.
Even with the ones I can't.
But what did she do?
She used to give me the coffee creamers that they would, hide. Remember, they would hide a lot of the coffee stuff because people would take them. So she would give me extra.
Well, get this. So when I saw her, I was like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" I said, "Now you vaccinated, right?" And she was like, "No."
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that stood out to me,
like
in the episode.
Vaccinated?
Insane.
Why would she?
And that in the cancer.
How's she able to keep her job? I don't know. My friend Alina works there. Remember we saw her?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she knows about that.
Of course she does, because they were striking. They went outside. I saw the news story, but I didn't think someone who was actually
hospital workers would strike. They were there when people were getting brought in by the hundreds, or what the fuck?
That is so strange to me. I don't understand that.
I would not like her at all.
I told her, I said, now come on now, because this is how I talk to people who don't want to get vaccinated now. And I'm very patient. And I go, come on now, you got to get that vaccine, girl. She says, well, I have to now because it's mandated.
Oh, thank God.
So I have to So when I was in the room with my actual doctor, I said to her, you know, some of the women at the front desk who are around the most vulnerable patients, they're not vaccinated. That's crazy, right? And she said, well, the unions don't feel that they should mandate it with them because it's not FDA approved. Well, by Monday, it'll be FDA approved, so there's no excuses.
Wait, are the vaccines that we got weren't FDA approved?
They were like emergency approved.
I was going to say they were approved for emergency use.
Yeah, they're not.
They were approved for emergency use.
Soon, though.
You know what?
Well, thank God, Marina, you're here as the COVID police to talk to everyone like they're your cats. Come on, sweetie. Come on now. You know you got to get vaccinated, poopy.
Can I just say something? If it's a shot that they're saying that the government is up to something, I would just like to say that although this may not be for everybody, but the government really helped me out during COVID financially. So I don't know why they would try to kill me with some sort of shot after they helped me out financially. I don't know. I don't think they're up to something. That's my view on when people say they're up to something with the shots. I'm like, why would they help me out? Like really a lot, not just with unemployment, with other stuff. It's just, why would they help out Dave Juskow and then want to kill me afterwards with some sort of crazy shot? I don't know.
It's just the conspiracy theories. Look, there's some truths, and I do understand people who are waiting for the FDA approval. But here's the other thing. Some things that the FDA has approved has not been good for us.
You're right.
Yeah.
And the same people waiting on that FDA approval is lighting a cigarette that says, this is not FDA approved.
Right.
This might give you lung cancer, might kill you.
See that
your lung is gonna fall out of your asshole. And they still light that cigarette.
Yeah.
Venus Boys 3, best that's the answer right there. Excellent point.
If the government
if
the government wanted to track you, everyone has a freaking cell phone, internet, credit cards. Yeah.
Exactly. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. And also, like, I know people who are saying, like, I don't want to get the vaccine because I want to wait to see, like, what the long-term effects of getting the vaccine are, which, like, part of me understands, but also it's like, but also, like, the long-term effects of COVID, like, we're already starting to see what those are, and I'm assuming they're far worse.
Yeah, and we don't even
Here's the only people that I understand. I know quite a few people that are not vaccinated, and they all have one thing in common that I understand. They had COVID, they saw how it affected their body, and they're like, I was okay. Now, I understand that perspective. However, the Delta variant, this morphed monster of COVID, might take you out. So that's the conversation that I've been having with some of those people. But that perspective I can understand. Like, if you've had it before, you saw how it affected you, and you were okay, I can see you passing on a vaccine, at least for now, to see the long-term effects and et cetera, et cetera. However, the people that have not had it, that have no idea how it's going to affect their body, it's a long shot. You're playing Russian roulette with your life. And the thing that people are forgetting, it's not just your life. You are playing with everybody's life, your immediate family, and we're all extended family as human beings. This is something that is affecting all of us. And these people that are passing away and leaving their children, their wives and husbands alone, like you are selfish. You are selfish and self-absorbed.
Yep,
and that's all I have to say about that.
No, you're right. It's all selfish. If you don't get vaxxed, it's selfish to your fellow man.
It is. And here's the thing, like, well, I don't really have a point.
Because I don't think there'd be a Delta variant. If everybody got vaccinated,
I lost my
Delta.
point. I had a good point and then I lost it.
Isn't it always interesting? You put on your glasses to try to, let me see. I had a point. I can't remember. Let me see. Where did the point go?
Those glasses don't even work. They're for effect.
The Russian roulette is the thing is, when it affects your body, you are playing Russian roulette with where it's going to attack. So those people were lucky that it did not get to their lungs. Once it reaches your lungs, and so like Vaughn was saying, this Delta variant if it's making people with the vaccine sick, imagine what it's going to do to you without a vaccine.
It's literally attacking children now. Remember when that wasn't a problem? Well, because it's morphed, it's figured out how to get into everybody. So it's just like,
just protect
I
yourself.
Get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get everything that everyone is saying. And I know I am very opinionated person, but I try not to be judgmental while at the same time of being opinionated. I get it. I empathize with everybody across the board. But at the end of the day, you have to come to some kind of logical reasoning with yourself.
Vaughn, I think everybody's judgmental when it comes to this. If you're not vaccinated, I'm going to judge you. I don't.
Well, I mean, because it's affecting.
Right. It affects
the fact that here's the thing: the fact that the Delta variant exists is because everyone didn't do the right thing with masks. It wouldn't have been. We would already be past this.
Yep.
We would be celebrating that we got through a pandemic. Now, COVID might just be a part of everyday life for the rest of our lives. And here's the other thing, and I'm not a scientist, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a point where having one shot or the first round of shots might have been all that we needed, like polio, measles, mumps. You don't get a vaccine every year for that, like the flu. This was new. There was a possibility that maybe this one round was all that we needed. Now with all the variants happening, that option is out the window. So now we may have to get a shot every year. But there was a point where that possibility was on the table, that this may have just been all we needed one time.
So this, thank you, Vaughn. You broke that. That's why you're my friend.
That's why?
Yeah, because she's right. Stace Williams says, did you see the guy cursing out the unwanted folks who don't trust the medication community until they get COVID and rush right to the hospital to take beds from cancer patients like his wife? Yeah.
This is going to sound mean, but I've said this before, and I don't mean to sound mean. But when I was watching all of these nurses and doctors, when the hospital started getting refilled again and overwhelmed, I said, I got a solution for it. Make it optional. Have a COVID unit. And if you are end up in a COVID unit, that we're not taking beds from cancer patients. We're not taking beds from anyone. We're not taking doctors and nurses to go into this overwhelmed unit because you decided not to get vaccinated and you decided not to have a mask. And now your selfish ass need all this treatment. No,
look, Juskow,
it's optional. It's optional.
Well,
now, how does that risk sound? How does the risk sound now to you? Doctors, nurses is optional. You may or may not get a nurse because we're going to treat people there's people that may have gotten COVID and have the vaccine. Let's go talk to this person real quick. This optional fucking unit over here with your freedom and the mask and all this stuff you complaining about, you're in the optional unit. Have a nice day. We'll see you when we get a chance to get over there.
I like that. Vaughn, have you heard what the NFL is doing?
They're starting to mandate it, right?
Well, no. What they did is kind of brilliant.
They're going to fine you.
No, it's worse than that. If you don't get it, it's rather brilliant. They're not saying you have to get it, but if you don't get it and you end up getting COVID, your team has to forfeit the game. Right? That's like what they do in the Army to like Private Pile and whatever that Stanley Kubrick movie. Yeah, that's like then you screwing over your entire team.
There's no I in team and there's no I in vaccine. Oh, and it is. Damn.
Rather brilliant.
But it was a good rhyme. That is brilliant. I like it.
Are other countries still Q? Thank you for joining us, Q. Are other countries still struggling with this like the US? I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe this is universal.
Today, I know it's not another country, but Louisiana, they just said today it's skyrocketing. It's
another
Wait, Louisiana is another country?
No, I just read it today. I was thinking about other countries, but
other countries, France,
Americans don't know what's happening in other countries.
Yeah, we don't. But it is for the most
part. Thing that's interesting as hell.
Wow!
What Donnell just put.
Earth
I never even thought about that.
Earth is 16% vaccinated.
That's bad. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Nope, that's
Because
it.
the
We're over
problem
the
is that
moon.
like other countries are like struggling to get the vaccine.
Right.
Like a friend of mine lives in Australia, and like even though Australia has like been really good with like lockdowns and stuff, even they've struggled to get vaccines. So she only got vaccinated or got her first dose, I think, last week.
Countries in Africa still have low vaccination, which is why I'm iffy about boosters. Oh, okay. So you're
'Cause
iffy
they're, like,
about
taking it
boosters
away.
because it's
What
taking
makes you
away.
iffy about boosters?
No, well, it's
Oh,
not.
I see.
But that's actually not true because you see, the thing is the vaccines. There's 3 here. There's so many vaccines. There's actually 9 vaccines, and Africa does not have to get our vaccines. They can get vaccines from Russia. They can get vaccines from China. There's so many vaccines, and Africa is actually working on their own India is working on their own vaccine
You know what
as
the
well.
problem with the booster is that the people that don't, like my family, that don't want to get the shots, they're just going to be like, see, that thing wasn't ready. That's what I'm worried about. That's what the way they'll take it.
Well, here's
Especially
the
when
thing:
people
are
get
they
COVID after the
wearing
vaccine.
masks? Are they at
No.
least doing that?
No.
So they're doing nothing. They're
Yeah.
doing nothing. That's my thing. If you're not going to get vaccinated, I understand. We all have a perspective. We all have a right to think things through, et cetera, et cetera. At the very least, do something. You're just going to sit back and just go, oh no, I'm not going to do anything. Nothing. No mask, no vaccine. I'm just going to do absolutely nothing.
I assume they
That is
wear
the
a
most
mask if
selfish.
it
Ugh.
is. I think.
Also,
I
it's
guess.
not like boosters are a new thing. Like boosters exist for like tetanus, like
Okay.
meningitis.
Here's a story though. I know someone who went in to get a shot, get their booster shot. They're not immunocompromised. They just went in for their 3rd shot. Would you do that?
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah. They just went
No.
in and they're calling that the booster shot. I was like,
Wait, what are you saying? They never got the original shot? They're just getting the booster?
no, they're getting their 3rd shot. They just went into CVS. They weren't asking, and they just went in and got a 3rd shot, and that's their booster.
I don't understand. Why are you
They're
saying
not
no? That's not cool.
immunocompromised.
They're not immunocompromised. You're
Because
supposed
right
to be.
now, that's the only people who can get the booster for right now. That'll
Oh.
probably.
And my
I see what you're
my
saying.
question is just a 3rd regular shot the booster, or is there a specific dosage or design for the booster? If you just walk in willy-nilly and just get a 3rd shot low key, is that really the booster? Aren't they designing the booster to be a booster?
I don't think so. I don't know.
If you had the Johnson & Johnson 1 shot, then it would be a 2nd shot for me.
Everything is run amok. I'm so.
You gotta come to the hood to go get your 2nd shot.
I'm so confused.
You better come on to Harlem, get that Johnson, baby. That Johnson is bullshit. I'm sorry. I was like, That was the one thing that lady said at the receptionist desk. She was like, I ain't getting the Johnson. I was like, okay, that one I'm with you on, but you gotta get vaccinated, lady. Come on, sweetie. You gotta get it. You're around the most vulnerable patients in the world. And what the other doctor was saying, that the unions were fighting against mandating it for these hospital workers is because it's not FDA approved. So unions say you can't legally fire someone for not wanting to get vaccinated if it's not FDA approved. But now it is, so they can. And my thing is that a lot of people are going to be losing jobs. If you look, airlines are looking for people now to work. I got an email from Delta. Delta was like, you want work?
No.
Hey, Vaughn, did you hear about
to
that
fly
Broadway
the plane?
star?
They want me. They were like, we need some people in these planes, girl. They told me how much you could make. You know how much you can make. You can fly around the world. I was like, whoa.
Marina's a pilot now. Marina's a pilot now.
You could work out your material.
I know.
On the intercom.
I know. That would be great. Funny pilot.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hey, Vaughn, have you heard about that Broadway actress that lost 2 jobs because she will not get vaccinated? She's pretty popular.
Yeah,
Lauren Onis, I think her name is. And she just keeps losing jobs because she refuses to get vaccinated.
This is called a Kanye shrug. This is called a Kanye shrug.
Yeah. PSSD LLC is the greatest line ever, right?
Juskow got the McDowell's of vaccines.
Coming
Yes,
to
he
America
did.
actions.
Yes. So we do have to get out. I have to. I have early shows today. I'm at the cellar. I am still performing. You know, I wear my mask inside. I switch my microphones all the time, but I have early shows, and you know, Lois has come to pick me up, so I have to leave earlier than I normally would. Lois, she goes, Marina, no, you know, I'll come and pick you up and I'll take you downtown. It's no problem for me. So she's gonna take.
I got to tell you, everyone's dying.
That is how she was like, she goes, I can take off tonight because the girl that fills in for me, her brother committed suicide, so I can take you down to the cellar. I'm like,
Jesus.
I don't know. I feel sad. Is this okay? What are you doing? Juskow is so funny though, because Juskow, tell them what you said to her.
No, I just said, I was like, do you ever have a fun story to tell? Or is it always all about somebody dying or whatever? She didn't even know she was doing it. It was like hilarious.
She doesn't. She goes, oh, Marina, the woman I was watching this week, her liver and everything, she was so dry. Everything was dry.
She just shut down and then she died.
I want to see this.
So good luck on the show tonight.
You're Marina, you cougar. Raymond, I'm ready for you. I'm 53. No. That's not how cougarism works. Cougarism, it's got to be younger than me, not older than me. But yeah, and I'm very single and happy right now with it. So anyway, I want to tell you guys, but thank you, Raymond, for watching my act, and thank you guys all. Also, I want you to know this. The podcast, it's called Friends Like Us, is available on all platforms. You can go to the Linktree in the bio description of this video and just hit that, subscribe. That way you will never miss an episode. You can always send us reviews and we can read them here. You make some funny reviews if you want. You guys all come every Saturday and you talk to us. So just hit us up, write us a little review on Apple Podcasts, which is really good. And we also have merchandise that's available. Both Evelyn and I both have on the shirts right now. Look at that. So you want to get your Friends Like Us merchandise. And also Vaughn DiCarlo, who's on here right now with me, will be doing a performance featuring for me at the Fat Black Pussycat. I always have these glasses on. At the Fat Black Pussycat Bar, where I will be doing an hour set. So I'll be working out a lot of this material. You know how I am a complainer. I've got so many more stories to tell, you know? So don't forget to follow all these. Dave Juskow, tell them where they can find you and let them know what's going on.
As you know, as a big fan of Marina Franklin, I would be at that show normally, but it is a high holiday, so I cannot attend. But you know I would be there. If you did it on any other
what
day
holiday
of the year,
is it?
It's Yom Kippur.
Oh, okay.
But
thank you, Ted Chambers.
The only thing I have going on, I have my regular podcast called The Night Fly, and I'll be at the West Side Comedy Club, Marina's favorite club, on September 2nd, Thursday, September 2nd at 7:30. That's it, though.
Evelyn, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Evelyn G. Frick. I will be at the New York Queer Comedy Festival in October.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I don't know. That took me off guard.
At the Broadway Comedy Club.
I thought she was going to say the New York Comedy Club, and then she went Queer Festival.
No, it's different. Yeah,
is that the Broadway Comedy Club?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think tickets are on sale now. It's October 14th. So yeah,
it's also a Jewish holiday.
Is it really?
No, I made that.
I know you better not talk through when I'm giving my information. David Juskow better not interrupt me one time.
Yeah, that's what he's known for. Go ahead, Evelyn. Finish
You're talking all through Evelyn's stuff. They're not gonna know where to find Evelyn because they're gonna.
So I'll repeat on Twitter at Evelyn G. Frick. I'll be at the New York Queer Comedy Festival on October 14th. And then also I write for Reductress, so you can find my articles on there.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
is it mine? You can find me Boxing Dave Juskow at Oh no, my website is funnyvon.com. You can get links to all my social media there, easy access. My social media accounts is my name at Von DeCarlo, VONDECARLO. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the whole nine. Other than featuring for the lovely Marina Franklin on September 15th, I'll be headlining the Pittsburgh Improv in November, which I am very excited about. That's my hometown. Let's go. Let's do it. And please listen to my comedy mixtape, my comedy album, my COVID project that is out and doing very well. So thank you for the ones that have already listened to it. But if you haven't, funnyvon.com. The album is called A Draggable Offense. Thank you.
Oh, and I'm so glad you joined us today and you were able to. And hey, you guys out there, it's really super important. You know, you could go to marinayfranklin.com, but most important, please get vaccinated. You know, do your research, do your homework, talk to people that know what they're talking about. These are the experts. Trust them. Trust the doctors that you know that are good doctors, that are good people, that make sense, that have common sense. There's no conspiracy about this. It's about saving your life and saving the people's lives around you. Okay. So I want you to wash your hands, you know, wear your face mask still, get vaccinated. And don't forget, Black Lives Matter. Have a great weekend.
Amen. Bye, y'all.
Oh, and you know, the Jewish lives are good too. They're good.
We're good. It's a,
Yes,
don't worry,
yes,
but we
yes.
know how it is.
Yeah.
If you can pronounce their name.
Oh, Evelyn, just so you know, Donnell wanted you to know that was a
Thank
compliment,
you.
not
Yeah,
an
thank
insult.
you.
They're going in on him. They're like, you better show Evelyn some respect. They love Evelyn on here. They're like, you better get it right.
I love Evelyn too.
Okay. Thank you guys. You guys don't
Bye,
go anywhere.
y'all.
We're saying bye to our fans though.
Oh, okay.
Bye.